Yeah, hello friends, this is Gautam Kuluri. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and today we will discuss how to check your CRS code. I have one of our students pause here, and we will be checking this code. So I'll just share the screen with you so that and explain you the step-by-step process. So it's a very simple process. Canada has a very transparent immigration process, and especially for people who are in India and other countries, I get to hear so many stories every day. Please do not pay any consultant out there without checking your CRS code. Currently, the CRS code for the draws, right, is about 470 to 480 is where you have chance. If your CRS code is just around 300, 350 plus, please don't fall for the scams. You'll find many agencies, big agencies advertising for immigration. They will ask you to pay the money and you will not go anywhere because your CRS code is very low. They will tell you that yes, Canada has this point-based immigration system. There are more than 100 different programs where you can apply for immigration, but your CRS will be low, and it's basically you will end up just losing money. And every day I get to talk to so many people who have paid to different agencies 75,000, 1 lakh rupees. They've signed up and they've been waiting for 6 months to 1 year, and nothing really works out and they don't go anywhere. So let me just share you the screen. So very simple process. Just go to Google and do CRS tool, score calculator, a CRS tool. And this is the official cic.gc.ca. This is the official page where you come here, and pretty basic. It just takes about 5 minutes for you to do it. And you then, after getting your CRS code, then you decide what to do and if you want to pursue and submit your applications. But please make sure, in India and in Middle East, Dubai, I've been there. There are so many consultants without license, and they cannot legally represent you for your permanent residency application. So here, in our current situation, Julius is married and permanent resident of Canada. Is your spouse or common law? No. Permanent resident of Canada. And then will your spouse or common law partner come with you to Canada? Yes, she is here, right, Julius? She is here on a study permit. She's completed,
Yeah.
she's on PGWP. How old are you? You're 37. Okay, and what is your level of education? What did you do back home, Julius? Bachelor's?
Bachelor's engineering.
Okay, so bachelor's. Have you earned a Canadian diploma or a degree? No, you do not have a Canadian diploma. Official languages. So English and French, you get points for English and also French. That IELTS test requirement that it should be less than 2 years old. So yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, which language did you test for official? So there are different types of uh, tests approved.
IELTS.
CELPIP, yeah. So CELPIP, IELTS, TEF Canada, TCF Canada. So this is for English, it's IELTS and CELPIP. So IELTS. And what are your scores, Julius?
Listening and reading, I had 8.
That is very good. Listening and reading. Yeah, if you have listening 8, it's very good. You'll get addition. Speaking.
Speaking and writing, I had only 6.5.
You could definitely improve here, Julius. It's not really a big issue
Okay.
for you. If you're able to do listening and reading 8, speaking is easy. Writing is where most people don't move more than 6.5. But I think with practice, you could definitely do it. Do you have other languages? Not applicable. Work experience. So in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? See, without Canadian work experience, it's not going to take you anywhere. You will have to wait until you get your 1 year Canadian work experience. Okay.
Okay.
But let's assume that you do not have any Canadian work experience, because this is mostly people from India do not have any Canadian work experience. So let's look into that. Foreign work experience. In the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign work experience do you have?
14 years. I mean, in total, I have 14 years, but yeah.
Yeah, so 3 years or more. And do you have a certificate of qualification from a Canadian province territory? So some skilled trades in Canada, they have certifications. And if you have certifications, then you'll get additional points. But as IT professionals, there's no certification out here, so not valid. Do you have a job offer supported by an labor market impact assessment, LMIA. It's a very complex process where employers have to, if they want to hire anybody from overseas, they have to go through the legal process that is called LMIA. So you don't have an LMIA. Do you have a nomination certificate? No, you don't have a nomination from a province. Do your spouse or common law partner have at least siblings? So you get additional points for siblings. No, you don't have any siblings here, right, Julius?
Yeah, but my spouse brother is here.
Oh, okay. That's good.
He already has a PR.
Mm-hmm. So that's good. He already has a PR, you'll get additional 50 points. So what is the highest level of education? Your spouse has, yeah, so she has, so if you have two bachelor's degree, one bachelor's degree, 2-year diploma, college diploma, then choose 2 or more certificates or two. So she studied 2 programs and also she has a 2-year program from Loyalist College, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she has 2 or more certificates, diplomas, degrees. One must be. So her bachelor's is 3 years and her diploma is 2 years, PG diploma. In the last 10 years, does she have any Canadian work experience? None. As of now, she is yet to complete her Canadian work experience, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Did you or did your spouse IELTS? What is GIPSA's IELTS?
Yeah, so it is listening, she is 7.5,
Listening 7.5,
reading 8,
listening 7.5, reading 8,
writing 7,
very good. And speaking?
speaking also 7.
Okay, so let's calculate your score. So you are 357. Okay, so without Canadian work experience, it's going to be very difficult. Let's put in, for example, right? So interesting things happening, changes coming in Express Entry. They will be occupation-based, job-based draws, but let's look in here. Your Canadian work experience, okay? So let's change in the last 10 years, let's put in you have 1 year Canadian work experience, and let's see the difference here, right? So if you have 1 year Canadian work experience, you're coming to 430, okay? So, and if you have 2 years Canadian work experience, okay, one, and it doesn't make sense. Gypsa, if she completes a 1 year, she will, so if she completes a 1 year work experience, she will have a higher score because she is younger than you, right? How old is she?
33.
33. So she will have a better score if she score and after her 1 year work experience. So let's assume that you have uh, 2 years. Okay, so even after 2 years, your score will be 457. And if you are able to change, let's assume that you will change your IELTS. Let's say you will have 7 in writing and 7 in speaking. Okay. So if that is the case, then your score will be 479 after 2 years. But your wife, her English skills are good. So if she is, so based on what we have just went through, Julius, so GIPSA would be if she is able to complete a 1 year work experience and and have good IELTS score, she will be a better candidate she will be and she can be the primary applicant. One. Second, you can also look into provincial nomination. We had some of our CIP students who were able to get jobs in Alberta, and they applied through the Alberta Tech program, and we have received their nomination in about 3 to 4 weeks. Alberta Tech program is very fast. If you're able to find an employer, approved employer, check the Alberta Provincial Program, Immigrant Protect Program, and within 2 or 3 months, you will be able to complete your PR process. So that will give you, if you have
Yeah.
a job offer from an Alberta employer for a tech job, that will give you your provincial nomination 600 points. And Calgary is a beautiful place to live in. Weather a bit, it's colder than here, but it's a very nice place, and it is, developing IT hub there.
Okay. Gautam, thanks for your guidance. Now, I have two questions. The first question is regarding this provincial PNP program. Now,
Okay.
suppose if I have a contract position coming from Calgary, or yeah, from that provincial program, is it valid?
Yes, as long as it is a company in Alberta, and it is an approved job, even if it is a contract 1 year, 2 year, 3 year position, it is still fine.
Yeah. So, company as in a proper, established organization, or as you know that there is incorporations and all over here, and
It has to be a proper company with, registered in Alberta. They will look at the company's revenue, number of people working in. It's just not a shell company. It has to be a genuine company. Okay, so look
okay.
into tech programs. So for adult students or adults who are in Canada or in overseas who are planning, uh, you know, PNP nomination 600 points will give you great opportunities. But the big challenge is finding employees. However, people who come to Canada, that is the big advantage, right? Many of us CIP students who come in, they're actually not young people. We have many like gypsum. Majority of the students, more than half of the students who come to Canada for PG programs in colleges and masters, and mostly colleges, are people like Julius Powers, who is 25 plus 35, and they are short of their CRS points, and they come here to Canada. Canadian education, Canadian work experience, and you will have better chances that an employer might support you for provincial nomination. So that is a big advantage. When you are in Canada, you have better opportunities in finding jobs. Most employers will hesitate, will not get into the paperwork to hire people who are from abroad. Okay, so and it's definitely worth your time and effort having coming here on a study visa and you on a dependent visa. And once you finish a Canadian work experience, or your wife finish her Canadian work experience, it should be pretty much easy. Okay.
Yeah. The last question, the second point, Gautam, is